Ooh, y'all don't want to see what I'm doing. I look like this. Insert picture here, Alexis. So basically, right, I have this idea where I want to just play with the robots that I've found, the robots that I have, and I want to like either put them together on stream or like fix them or like play with them or just do something different. I'm kind of happy I get to experience this as an adult and not like feel the pain of like people breaking my shit, specifically robots, because I went through a lot of that growing up. Big family problems, but it's all in the past, and what isn't in the past is adult money. Now that I have adult money in the present, I get to do whatever the fuck. So yeah, I'm going to record some on Twitch and I'm going to record some online, and we're going to have a great day. I'm addicted to caffeine. It's so bad. I got you.
Hi Spoofix! Oh, I'm gonna be working on my robots today. I've been working on some like really cheapy kits just to get more familiar with some stuff. Say hi to this little guy. He's a little camera too. Do you think it'll Are you playing with me? I'm gonna leave this here for a minute. There's a little hole, right? But that's supposed to slot in there. And there's a clear cutout. There was this tiny little bit of PC board that I didn't know wouldn't allow it to fit in there. It's this extra piece. So I'm wondering if I should just cut that off. If I peel this glue off. That is so bad! Quality control. I've worked it and I do not approve. That was really gross. It's crusty. So the board that I was working with, it has like an extra piece on it. Can I chop it off?
Huh?
Can I chop it off?
I don't think you should.
It's done. It's done. Did you guys see that? It's God. It's God. Okay. So the stream went really well. We ended up going with the space rover. It was at 63%. That sucks right now is that I have to actually charge the battery because it's solar powered and it wasn't meant to like charge like during the sun. So you plug in the battery into here and it's this little thing right here, that little stick thing. You plug the battery into it so that it'll work. I need to go do that first. Hopefully the next stream around I'll be able to play with it and do some more things with it, but it was cool for the meantime. I mean, like, it's pretty sick. This is a mini rover. Like, I can't be upset on it. Wonderful talk during the stream too. I love the company that people bring. Like, it's so cool to have like people like who like this stuff also, because like I was always so nervous as a kid. I don't know why, to like just tell people that I really liked like all the sciencey stuff, and like now that like I'm like out of the science closet, I feel so much better. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I think I streamed for like 3 hours today, but it was cool. Like, I'm gonna do a lot more study streams. I have to, so we're gonna see that as well. So this is a little bad boy I have to plug in right now to charge, and hopefully things go smooth. I'm gonna see how it goes. And yeah, we're gonna see this little rover move in action. So that'll be fun. I just woke up. We're gonna go check on the battery right now. Do you see that? Wait, do you see that?
Yeah, what's that?
What's that?
No, that.
What is it?
I don't know.
What do you mean? What does it look like? You know what it looks like?
It's a solar battery?
Yeah! But what's wrong?
What's wrong? It's not getting any sun.
It got sun. I went to sleep and now there's no sun.
That's sun.
Ah! I'm in the squat. It just wants to take off, but the floor is too crispy. So this is not the problem. I just realized I did something to this before I came outside. I lost this white wheel initially on this side, and I jammed it closed, and now it's kind of stuck. I don't know if any of you guys ever get the Trader Joe's like juices, but just FYI, the Starbucks straw fits in here. Don't worry. It's new, and I do reuse them. I clean them. I promise.
Just trust me, okay? I'm gonna stream right now. I don't think I'm gonna get the robots going, but we'll get there. But like the main point of these streams are like just to document my process, just like this though. This is meant to document my process. A lot of it's going to be revolving around the robot, but it's because once I get into these activities, I feel like these festivities, I tend to like dive in, you know what I mean? This shit is so good, dude. When I get stumped on a problem or something like that, I actually tend to work out. It helps me think. It helps me exhaust myself so much that it clears my mind. Like, I can't think of anything. And then all of a sudden, poof, I get like great ideas and great motivation. So I always make sure to come to the gym in the morning. So whatever thoughts I had that carried over from the night before, it stumps it. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys what the inside of the gym looks like right now, because it's a sight to see, I would say.
Frog living in the landscape surveyed by the bird. Mathematically, space-time is a space with 4 dimensions, the first 3 being our familiar dimensions of space, and the 4th dimension being time. To help visualize space-time, let's ignore the 3rd space dimension because smoke starts pouring out of my ears if I try to visualize 4-dimensional objects.
I low-key try to avoid telling people my grades, but I had several people ask about my grade and then one person not reply when I told them my grade, and that's exactly why I don't like talking about grades. What you guys saw is insane. I don't know what the footage looks like just yet, but hopefully it looked alright. Basically, it's empty like that all the time in the morning, but sometimes, normally there's a lot less actually, like people-wise, and it has changed. This whole year has changed my perception on what a busy gym looks like, because there's so few to go to. I personally go to 2 different ones, and I am lucky enough that someone takes me with them, so that I can go to another gym when I know this gym's going to be too crowded. So this one in particular, I try to only go when people are not there. And all of a sudden there's people up the wazoo, there's a line out the door, and you can't get in. So there's that. That's why I showed the empty part, because we're not even allowed in there. It's only outside. It's so wild to me. Never thought in a million years I'd see like this, I guess. Now on to the main objective of today. I'm going to finish this little robot guy. And I also have to update the Discord. Someone asked me to put a list of all the books I've read. So I'm gonna go and I'm actually gonna find a bunch of them, because I have a bunch. I'm gonna put the format. I was thinking of even putting the like edition, because what I have found is that there are some, like, I can totally nerd out on books, but just like there's some editions that like are less gruesome when you're this sounds so bad. I guess I'll get into it another time, but basically there's some books that do not have everything that they were originally printed with or intended with, and now that we're in a later era where it's more acceptable, you do have editions where they do say, hey, we did XYZ, or you have interpretations of books where they're not written in the native language of the country that they're being sold in or published in, and you have people who have interpreted it. So there's also that ring of books, and it's just interesting to know which one you're reading and like the subtle differences. Just a side note, just to go on about that, there are books that have been reprinted and labeled as first editions for reasons I'm not too sure about, but the fact that like they exist now, which I thought was crazy, because it even says on some of these books, like if you read the prologue, that these are super old books that are being reprinted, reformatted to be more current and more readable. But yeah, there's that whole thing as well. So I just like putting those things out there. Okay, let's get going. I just want to make sure I get this on camera again because, like, this is, like, I'm going to make another build in a second, but I love the way it moves. Like, it's so, there we go. It's so, I don't know what you would call this, but I think it's very, like, lifelike a little bit. Do you approve of him? Should we name him Vladimir the Imposter? No. My love, where are we? Could you announce to the people? They want to know. That went as good as I could hope for. We're at the park right now. You know what's interesting? I don't know if you guys can tell by up there. It's overcast. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get my little toy running. We might have to try again. I packed it up. I made sure it was all nice and comfy in its little silicone fry case. Silicone French fries. It's in here. I unpacked it and I stuffed it in here because I was like, you know what? It's gonna be a good day. Now it's overcast. It was bright and sunny earlier. I was sweating with no ounce of sunlight in sight.
I mean, if we could see photons, like, that would be pretty freaking impressive. But I don't have that good of eyesight.
Okay, y'all. Vladimir's getting restless. I gotta go. We have a friend here. Her name is Robin. She's following us. She's been here the whole time. I told her I was waiting for the sun to come out. And, you know, she's just been chilling with me and Vlad all this time. Anyways, we're even at the tippy top of the hill. I was hoping to get the most sun here because there's the clouds. There's light going to come through. I know it comes through and hits right here, surprisingly. I'm just kind of waiting for that to happen now. Let's see if Robin sticks around. She's still there. You guys can't see her, but she's over there. It is now 9:16 at night. All day. It was overcast all day. I left it in the pouch because I was going to. It started sprinkling and raining when we were walking. A little girl is chasing me and Vladimir because she wanted to pet him. It was just a fun time. But nonetheless, we didn't even get to see the space station in action today. And to be honest, it's okay. It's okay. I do want to see this in like full effect type stuff because it did say something interesting, I believe, in here. In the beginning, the unit either stops running or rotates slowly. After approximately 1 to 3 minutes of charge time, the unit shall resume normal rotation. So I'm assuming that the battery wasn't charged enough, so I'm going to wait till there's like a very heavy day of sun and also just let it run wild, have its dream. I really like this. I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was a really fun build, and we did all 6 different builds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. One was particularly on stream. That was a fun time. So hopefully this is going to be up on Saturday so that if you guys watch this on Saturday, Sunday, you guys can join in on the fun. I'm going to make another build and hopefully eventually I want to progress and like get like crazier stuff. You know what I mean? But till then, I just got home from the gym. I don't want to show you guys my face, but I am going to unpack this little guy and hopefully get it to work because there's sunlight today. This is all I wanted yesterday. So give me like 2 seconds. but I can angle it. So hopefully this will help a little bit. I'm hoping. It says to wait like 3 minutes, but I'm gonna actually pull out a timer. Have I been bamboozled? Okay. I had to rewire some things, but this thing works. It works really well. But for some reason, the battery isn't charging, so I think I would just have to leave it on there for a very long time. But yeah, I hope you guys like the spinning mess of doom. It says it can charge it at the same time, so I'm going to trust that the solar panel can be charged at the same time. It's still not spinning. Right? We're going to have to say this bad boy right here, it works. It works. It absolutely works, but I will have to say there are some drawbacks, some limitations, not too many, luckily. I feel like it's a very fun build for what you pay for. I think I only paid like $15 for this on Amazon. I'll link it in the description below for you guys who want to check it out. And also, it's super freaking cool. Like, all I'm gonna say is, listen, if you want it to work purely on the solar power, I would say that the smaller builds are gonna work just fine. I think the weight is honestly the only, because it did work with the space rover, and it worked with the space dog, it worked with the space unit, and it worked with the astronaut. So I am going to say that these builds do work. It's a sufficient amount of power, but for some reason when you plug it into the space station, it does have to be fully charged, the battery, and you also have to like have the solar panel in the sun as well while you use it for it to rotate properly. Like, as you saw, it just spins. It's really cute. But besides that, I'm going to call it here. I do give myself deadlines. I'm really sad I couldn't get this to work on camera. It did work 1 out of the 3 times, and I ran inside to get my camera, and basically by the time I came back outside, it just wasn't working. I tried replugging it in, it still didn't work, and I tried recharging it, and by the time I was done recharging it, the sun was down. And that whole time, this is pretty loud. I'm gonna have to say it's actually really loud, but it just didn't perform on camera, which I'm kind of sad about, but at the same time, it works. You got power, it works just fine. I hope you guys learned a little bit from me cutting the PC board. That was a funny experience. I asked like 3 people, and there was like 6 people in chat. Nobody had answers. None of us had answers. It was a very fun time. So there's only so much you can do with the 1080p camera on stream, but you know what? Nonetheless, it was a great time. So if you guys want to join me for another one, please feel free to stop by on Sunday. I'll link my Twitch stream down below. And also, thank you for watching the vlog. Thank you for joining me in my little journey on the way to victory. I don't know where I'm going, I just know I'm going forward. So that's always fun too. I'm going to build another one of these next week, and we're going to keep building on stream, and then from there, from the stream, I'm going to carry it forward, and we're going to see how far we get with the next couple of builds. So, okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you all, and have a great week. Bye! Oh yeah, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and don't forget, you guys, this is simply a social experiment.